Hello and good morning. My name is Todd Holcomb, and I would like to thank you for this opportunity to present Community Action Partnership's 2021 Community Needs Assessment for review. Our goal here is to have a look at the information we received from our Community Needs Assessment and the focus groups that we ran to see how we want to present that information to our stakeholders and our community members, and to have a look at how we want to move forward with this information for ourselves, how we want to apply it and implement it as an organization. So here we go. To start with, we will have our cover letter, which will look something like this on the screen, adapted, of course, for the printed page. Following the cover letter, we have a suggestion for a letter from the director. This is just a chance to personalize the image of community action, to express some gratitude, and for the director to cast a little vision about what we're doing with the assessment and what we hope to do as an organization for the community. From there, we'll move right on to the table of contents. And the goal will be to have linkable titles here so that when we send this out in a digital format, our readers can simply click on whatever part of the table of contents they want to reach and go there directly. This is a great way to look over all the parts and pieces that we have, and then we'll move through those a little bit more quickly as we show you the content. So we have the cover page, the letter from the director, table of contents, and we'll move into acknowledgements, gratitudes. We'll look at our community action, vision, and promise, have our executive summary, declare our definitions, show our service area map, move on to demographics, which will be a lot of charts and graphs, and then we'll cover our 4 core challenges that came up in our survey: housing, income, food insecurity, and mental health. Finally, we'll close out with our futures project theory of change and how we want to implement that. And then there will be an appendix with our works cited and more detailed information should somebody want it. Acknowledgements will come in for our board of directors, the staff involved, our stakeholders, and our community members. Of course, we all know our mission, vision, and promise, which we'll lay out for our readers. Our executive summary will cover everything that the core content will cover, but in a concise manner, maybe 8 to 10 short paragraphs. We'll have our future project theory of change right at the beginning. We'll discuss how we approached our survey through the Roma assessment method. And then we will have our key findings, which here we'll cover in 4 to 5 short paragraphs. And then we'll come up with our conclusion, discussing future project theory of change and how we want to build a network of support with other community agencies. So here's our area map, our definitions, and our service area. And then we'll move on right into demographics, who we are and how we live. We start off by discussing who took our survey, and we look at race, age, gender, and so forth from here. What we're trying to do is balance the information we got from the survey along with information from the Census Bureau and other formal places that give us a broader scope with detailed information. We look at gender, age, and race, looking at our respondents down here on the left, as well as the service area up on the right, and look at our patterns and similarities. Household composition is a bit more information, but we're looking at what the homes look like, families, children, that kind of thing. The 4 core challenges. The things that came up in our survey were affordable housing, income, food, and mental health. So the first thing we'll look at is affordable housing. This was by far the top issue for our stakeholders and our community members and coming up in our survey. And we will address this and we'll give some details about the average cost of housing that our respondents tell us. We'll look at cost burden housing, where the cost of housing is over 30% of the income. And then we'll look at the burden that that has on the income, which is what's going to come up next. Because the income is a reliable, livable income, is the foundation to creating financial stability and a hope for the future. We'll look at the poverty level and how many people are there. We'll look at monthly income from our respondents compared to regional information. And then that'll move on to food insecurity, because those are also very closely related. There's a lot of effort being put into food insecurity and food banks and getting food out there, but there's still a lot of people on food assistance and going hungry. So we want to keep at this. We have some outside information to help us with that. And then we move on to mental health. This was a huge boom in our survey, and it's what we found in our survey is being seen all across the nation. Mental health needs are on the rise. The pandemic is a big part of that, and we need to address that moving forward in our plans. So our pathways forward is our futures project theory of change. And this is where we create stability with basic needs and services, coach healthy individuals and families, and build a network of community support. And this follows our theory of change that we've developed as an organization. Finally, we'll have our works cited, where people can go for further information, and they can follow those links or dig into more charts and graphs. Thank you very much for your time. I hope you appreciate the survey, the results, and the way it's laid out. And I look forward to your feedback and finalizing this for our stakeholders and getting it out there. Thank you very much.